So this is the thing that bothers me the most about the Leafs right now is that I don't expect them to be a mom and pop shop kipper. Like I don't. I know that they're this massive conglomerate that's run by a huge corporation, but it just feels so disconnected from the real fan right now. And I know we've always done this thing of the real fans can't afford to go to the seats, but that's true. And that's especially true since the pandemic. And I just think that there's got to be at least some component of Shanahan's job, in my opinion. Please, just some component of truly understanding who the Maple Leafs are and who their fans are and who these guys are supposed to be made to represent. Like, I get that they have their brazenness and their confidence, and that's great because that's how you win. You got to be confident. I don't want them to go up there and be shaking around and going, we don't know, and we're sweating, and we'll figure it out. We'll do our very best. Like, I guess I'd rather have the level of confidence, but the stuff where he's talking about the fan base and going, the fans are more connected than ever, or how he's smirking and like kind of laughing off the idea that players get too comfortable here when that's like the book on Toronto for decades. I thought that was a bridge too far for me. I'm going, man, the one thing you can't do is tell me what the fans are like. The one thing you cannot do, and you are in no position to really talk about, is glossing over that the fans are in some kind of a way that they're satisfied and you quote share in their frustration. Like, that stuff bothers me. And I go, you got all these PR people working for the organization and you can't get one guy who's in the room and goes, you know, we should just not go up there today and say to everybody that everything's cool, everything's fine, and be a little pissed off that we're even in this room and being questioned about our philosophy that hasn't come through. So, yeah, I like confidence. I like the idea that they have a plan and maybe sometimes that they're sticking to it too much or whatever. That's okay to a degree. I just worry that it becomes if we see tinkering with the plans, which in years past it feels like Shanahan has felt like that needed to be addressed, and he's openly discussed it at these kind of things, that it has now become, you know what, everybody thinks, you know, what they've thought, and we're happy to just kind of not tinker and roll the dice that we will be proven right rather than do what is right.
All right, go
and
JB,
that's
because you won't shut up right now.
No, listen, I had a great chat with JD about this in the morning show about the idea of, you know, I think I suggested that the Leafs had been unlucky, which you didn't want to hear either, Kipper. So
I don't.
You know, JD, 10 years from now, someone writes this book on the Leafs, on what happened during the Matthews-Marner years, the Dubas years, the Shanahan years, whatever they want to be. Seeing the direction that this team is on, would you rather them stick with the path they're on, or would you rather them listen to what everyone's saying? We need a big change. We need to shake up the core. Because that was something that we talked about that I liked, was that the idea that wouldn't you rather them see this vision through, even if it's arrogance, even if it's disconnected with the fan, at least there's a vision and a plan and they're going to stick with it?
So to me, it's kind of like at this point, I'm so torn on two things. One is that how do you stick with the plan though conclusively, or how do you stick with it with the same vigor when you have now clearly got a problem to me with that closeout thing where it's so between the ears, and we've all done the thing of if they can just get over it, but they haven't. And if you do this again, I worry that you're in now the final years of Matthews and you have to go to him with an extension and you lose again, and it's this kind of a circus. First of all, is it Kyle Dubas that's running the negotiation with Matthews? Like, it's a new person that has to be basically told, you've got to start this brand new pitch with the franchise's like arguably most important player ever. I don't know. It's just so tough. It's so hard. I know that this is such a cliche thing, but I really just feel like they need more winners in the room. And the problem is that the quickest solution to create cap space is to remove the one guy who's won, and Jake Muzzin. Like, I really think the puzzle and the formula is in a really complicated and awful place. So yeah, they can run it back, and that will have a practical application. And I'll go, fine. They went out on their shields. Great. And I said today, it becomes the I told you so bowl 2023, right? There's going to be half of Leaf fans that say they should have blown it up or they should have changed something, and there would be half that said the run it back is correct. And when they get to that first round, it's going to be like, you get to say I told you so to your friend one way or the other because they're making the playoffs. So, given the options as presented right now, it's hard to envision an upgrade. So, I would say, like, hey, I guess run it back. It's just, boy, when they're in this spot, I cannot imagine that we're going to feel some measure of confidence that it's going to be different, or if they face some level of adversity that it's going to be met with some kind of just, oh, all of a sudden we're brand new guys. Like they had all those opportunities. Like that's the one thing I keep coming back to. It wasn't just game 7. It was game 6. It was game 4. It was game 3. Like they fell down in all those games, and game 3, or game 4, they had this opportunity to close out the series essentially. So like 4 cracks really to do damage and be different. And all 4 of them, you did show a different level, but you also showed like some tightness. I don't know. It's just, it's awful. It's impossible. I feel for every Leaf fan.
All right, we're talking to J.D. Bunkis, co-host of the morning show and top Little Buddha Cocktail Company ambassador.
Correct.
Let me throw this out
Tis the
there,
season.
and I'm going to try to get you to answer it in under 7 minutes.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you. You've got, like, I want to say 30 seconds tops.
Okay.
Because we're going to get JB in there. And it's a good question, I assure you.
I look forward to this.
Okay? Usually, a president or a general manager has one card to play that would extend his ability to keep his job. And that is either, in Brendan's case, maybe change a general manager, or general manager changes a coach, because there's that adjustment. There's 1 or 2 years to see how it plays out. By Brendan Shanahan or Kyle making the decision of absolutely no change, did Brendan and Kyle bypass that card? And now are they all in it together? Either we all save our jobs or we all lose our jobs if this happens again.
I'll start the Bunkis clock. Ready?
Go.
100%. It's 100%. I think the only question is one round enough? Like, yeah, those guys are all tied to the hip together. I think Brendan's gone, Kyle's gone, Keith's gone. They're all gone if they fail in the first round next year. That's got to be a certifiable guarantee. But what happens if they get knocked out in round 2? Like, that's the real question now is, yeah, maybe we should worry about one foot before the other, but yeah, what is enough? What is enough to save these jobs? What is enough to really lock in progress? For me, it isn't a round anymore. It has to be deeper. This is about trying to win Stanley Cups, and if they don't look like they're that next year, I think all 3 got to go.
Oh, my God.
33.
33 seconds.
Yeah, it's really good.
I thought that this year, though.
Yeah, we all did.
Fair enough.
That's it.
What's the difference next year? I feel like they're all safe. I don't know.
Well, no, but this is the thing is, like, now you can't play the card of, well, we lost better. Like, Kipper's talking about cards.
Yeah.
No one knew that was a card until the Leafs invented that card.
No,
Like, all
Ennis
this-
did. Ennis did. Ennis is saying it matters how they lose.
I mean, we all kind of talked about it and joked about it, but then everyone went, no. Like, they got to win, okay? And that's it. Is they did lose better, but they were still favored in the series.
It's as good as you can lose.
Yeah, you were favored in the series. You
God,
had a
they're
chance to
great
go
at
up
losing.
3-1. You blew it. They're the best at losing. Honestly, they're literally the greatest losers. Like, I cannot think of anybody else. I was joking with Mike Commodore today on our show how I'm like, boy, the last 2 years, Leafs hypothetical cups that people have given them, like, wow, these are spectacular hypothetical cups.
Leafs have a hypothetical 2-0 lead on the Cats right now.
Oh, yeah, hypothetical 2-goal lead on the Caps. Everybody's rolling, feeling good. The city's on fire. Hypothetical Stanley Cup parade is just rolling down. People are getting excited. Hypothetical bars are just, like, popping off and packed in.
Sounds amazing.